All right, guys, welcome to the live stream of the new camper. Good to see everyone. If I've got some visitors. Ooh. I have to say, this camper is, this camper here is a 2 years newer. The other Coachman is a 1988, and this is a 90. Now this one is like 6 inches wider than the other one. Now the other one is the 085 SD. It's 8.5 foot, so it basically is it sticks out of the 8-foot truck bed. It sticks out of an 8-foot truck bed 6 inches out the back, or 9 inches. It sticks out sticks out a little bit beyond the tailgate of the other camper. A little bit beyond the tailgate in the other camper. It's just a little bit beyond the tailgate. So, the other one sticks out just a little beyond the tailgate. The other one, I'm sorry about my appearance, is kind of a mess. But the other one sticks out a little bit beyond the tailgate. So it's basically a tailgate length camper. A tailgate length camper, the other one is. It sticks out just a little beyond the tailgate of my other camper. So, it's pretty much flush with the not flush with the tailgate, but sticking out just barely beyond the tailgate. So this one is an 11-foot, 11.5. It's just an 11-foot camper. It's the biggest size that Coachman made in 1990. And it still has the same generation, the same body style as my other camper. It's the same generation. Just like if you had a Camaro. There's different generations in the Chevy Camaro, obviously. Or the Honda Civic has different body style generations. And campers are not exactly like cars, but they still have generations. Campers still have generation body styles. The first generation Coachman truck camper was from 1967 to 1972. A second let's say the first generation is from 1967 to 1972. 1973 to 75 would be the second generation. '76 to 80 would be the third generation. 81 now, second generation, third generation, fourth generation. Well, they made a fourth generation that was only made for a couple of years. Well, actually, it wasn't made for a couple of years. It was made 3 or 4, maybe 5 years, 3 or 4 years. A traditional wood-framed aluminum sided or FRP, fiberglass reinforced plastic sided on some of them. Basically, in the 80s, that's a fourth generation. And there's another fourth generation that was the Phylon sided, which is the corrugated Phylon, which is the original Phylon. The original Phylon siding is corrugated. It's not flat, it was corrugated. And this camper, when they started adding the heated basements onto the truck campers, it became a 5th generation Coachman truck camper. So it's a 5th generation Coachman with the sloped front end on the Coachman Ranger, and the sixth generation became a different one without the sloped front end. So this generation of Coachman truck camper. Hey, Colonel, good to see you. I trust all is good with you. Everything's good, Colonel. I've got another truck camper. Uh, I'm going to call it the. Oh, that's good. Crap. I'm going to try not to curse on my channel anymore much. Basically, the 86 to 91 Coachman camper, which has the sloped front end. The Coachman Ranger in 1992 went to a non-sloped front end. You can see the sloped front end on it. I'll go ahead and give a walk around, Colonel. This is a 1988, a 90 Coachman truck camper. Very, very clean. Very, very clean. They left some cutlery in here. Okay, it came from Ohio. Now, my truck is in pretty bad condition. My truck is in pretty rough condition, and I felt like it barely made it up there to Ohio to get the camper. I barely made it up to Ohio to get the camper, so I went to Columbus, Ohio, which is 223 miles, 225 miles, 225 miles, 3.5 hours from where I'm at to Columbus, Ohio to get this camper. Now, first of all, what I'll do is do a walk around of my original Coachman truck camper now. These campers are just alike. They're the same body style, the same generation from 1986 to 1991. In 1992, you see the sloping front end. In 92, they went to a flat front end that went all the way up like this to a big blunt front end, which I don't like as much because I like the aerodynamic look of the 1986 to 91. Now, this is a one single window like that. In the 1986 to 88, 88, from 86 to 88, they had the window like that, which is like the early 80s. The pre-basement. These are the basement ones. Okay, all the Coachman truck campers went to basements in 87, so it's a split front window. You see an 90. Okay, now, so I know where people are going to be. Now, it fell. It had an accident. The jacks, it's corner-mounted jacks, which were really nice, but the camper fell and the jacks broke, came loose. See, the jacks came loose, so he did a modification. I got this camper for $800, access to the basement right in there for your heated holding tanks and everything. It's got a, now this one is a 8.5 foot. It sticks out just past the tailgate. You see, it's a flush, almost a tailgate model. You can see, and it's just a short camper. It's a smaller one. And this was the smallest one with a basement, you know. Now I can boondock on the city streets with this camper. You see, here's my other one. And it's my 88 Coachman, and I can lighten it up and put it on a half-ton. Okay, for boondocking and stuff. But this one is more for long-term. So you can see the 88. Now here's basement access down here and stuff like that. Sewer hose. Bought in Tom Raper RVs in Richmond, Indiana. It's got a big storage pod on the roof. That's going to be great, a storage pod. This is, and this is my dual propane tanks. It's furnace and everything. Another thing that this camper has, besides being 11 feet, you can see how it sticks out the back of the truck. I know in the UK, Colonel, if you're in the UK, I've seen online there's been a couple of American pickup trucks, Colonel. A few American pickup trucks have been imported to the UK, Australia, and Europe. Well, maybe not Australia, Europe. The UK and Europe, there's been some American pickup trucks that have been imported, and I've seen a few online American trucks in the UK. So, and this one, sorry. I'm here. I'm here. God damn! I'm sorry. Are y'all there? Are y'all there? Well, fuck. Y'all are disappeared. I'm sorry.